Initiating satellite scan.
Be advised, all soldiers on this net, battlefield dispatch is incoming, over.
Satellite coming down in 3, 2, 1.
Hey out there fellow Battlefielders, it's Orchid back with another episode of the ESGN Battlefield Dispatch, thanks to Turtle Beach. I had a small break recently, moving house and yelling at ISPs to fix my net, as well as Mrs. Orchid having some time in hospital for a rather nasty ankle surgery. But she's on the mend, I have somewhat reliable net now, and the move is essentially complete. Big thanks have to go out to the Goose and OG Vikings for sitting in their studios while I was away and helping keep this going. Really appreciate it, boys. The footage we have for you this week comes from a friendly scrim between Don't Camp Much and the Horsemen, and we get a bit of a different view from some jet gameplay courtesy of OG Viking again. Cheers mate, and I hope you all enjoy seeing the man fly his battle axe. The regular season game we just had between DCM and Horsemen was pretty damn epic as well, with the match thread itself going for 33 pages of sheer awesome. We had sneaky DCM themed tweets from yours truly, the defection and crowning of Renegade Misfit as the #1 AU pony pincher, and another brilliant video from Colonel Heisenberg showing me punching a baby. I swear, he had it coming. In the end, that particular match was 12v12, and a great time was had, with the ponies eventually coming away with the win. Thanks for the great game fellas, and I promise not to make too much fun of how many times I owned Knot Gilty. But yeah, that match was part of the new regular season of Conquest we've got running at the moment, with the standings for round 4 as follows. Shoot to Kill are at the top with 4 wins, 0 losses and 8 points. Ascension are a game behind on 3 and 0 and 6 points. The Horsemen are taking it to them with 3 wins, 1 loss and 6 points. DCM are sitting on 2 wins, 2 losses and 5 points. Trolls for Lols are not showing their former dominance at 2 wins, 2 losses and 4 points. Feel the Panic are yet to hit their stride on 1 win, 2 losses and 3 points. Dynasty Esports perhaps not where they should be on 1 win and 2 losses and 2 points. Chop are sitting on 0 wins, 3 losses and 1 point, and Alive Gaming are rounding out the bracket on 0 wins, 4 losses for 0 points so far. Some interesting matchups are still to come, and these scores are only updated to round 4, whilst we're actually about to play out round 6. I'll be sure to update that next episode, if I can wake Triple V up from his slumber and get him to update the challenge table. Keep an eye on the ESGN Conquest Season 3 forum for some epic lols and news about the latest games. And I encourage all the teams with recorders to put up some highlights or submit their footage for the dispatch as well. Best of luck with the games to come. This will be the last season of BF3 Conquest and ESGN, so let's make it a great send-off to the game we all love. And now we come to my own personal joy, the Squad Rush League, with the grand final upon us hopefully the same day you see this episode. I've mentioned it on the forums in my last map post, but I just wanted to reiterate it here. Thank you. To everyone involved directly and indirectly with the Squad Rush League, thanks heaps. From the admins, Colonel Heisenberg, Renegade Misfit, and yes, even Destro, to ESGN itself for letting us play these leagues under their banner, to the sponsors, Turtle Beach, and to all the players and teams who participated, thank you so much. It's been a real blast administrating and holding this competition, and I'm really humbled by all the support we've received over the last 2 seasons. This will be my last in Squad Rush of course. The game type looks like it will be absent from Battlefield 4, but we'll bring you more comps in the new Defuse game type when that launches later next month. So, to the grand final matchup. After a 2-division, 9-week-long season of regular play, and a final series of 3 more, we've seen Ascension Flatline and Fatal Error New Era win the right to battle for the title of the ESGN Turtle Beach Squad Rush League. Fatal Error are the defending champions from last season, but Ascension Flatline have a very strong team that actually nailed them into a second playoff in the finals. This will be a spectacular battle between 2 extremely skilled infantry teams that have worked hard the whole season to make it. I'm encouraging both teams to stream the games if possible, and anyone with a recorder to put together some footage after the game. With any luck, we can get some epic looking highlights from both sides of the equation. The grand final is a little different, with a minimum of 6 rounds to win instead of 4, or ahead by 2 rounds if they end up on 5 to 6. The maps feature every expansion excluding Endgame, and are Karg Island, Strike at Karkand, Armoured Shield, Epicenter, Grand Bazaar, and Sharkey Peninsula. Best of luck to both of the teams. Check out the Squad Rush forums in the Battlefield section for news of the results and videos as they come up. And again, thanks to everyone for these past 2 seasons of Squad Rush, especially the players who came to play. You guys are the ones who make it all possible. And in our final piece, I just wanted to note that the Battlefield 4 beta has ended, with 2 weeks of solid play in the Siege of Shanghai map. Decidedly underpowered on the 360 and PS3, the game looks significantly better and plays out better on the PC, which is to be expected. The Xbox One and PS4 versions will launch with their respective consoles later in November, and I think we'll see most of the console players waiting for that before they go flat out into it. Lots of changes in the new Battlefield, from classes to vehicles and even the game type themselves. Whilst it should be remembered that this is a beta, it did show some glitches and quirks we hope get ironed out quickly. I'll do a more formal review and look at the game after launch for PC at the end of October and late November for the next gen consoles. And now, because I know you've all missed it, here's another episode of Masterpiece Rage Message, courtesy of OG Vikings.
Rage message from unknown. You have all the teraflops in the world on the one shitty little island. And I hope a giant tsunami wipes you off the face of the planet. Your beer sucks. Your women hate you. You all have small penises. And fuck you leggy Australians. My friend, if I could remember your name.
Thanks, mate. That's definitely a keeper. Well, that's about enough of me blathering on about all things ESGN and Battlefield. I'll be back next week with the results of the Squad Rush Grand Final, maybe even a short interview about it, some more up-to-date conquest news, and if you're lucky, maybe a word about the mooted User Choice Awards. So until next time, this is Old Man Orchid suggesting that you don't run, because you'll just die tired.